Yo, what is going on YouTube? I am Germ here, as you guys can see up on the screen. Today I want to talk a little bit about Muln Automotive Incorporated. This is ticker symbol MULN for those of you that don't know, and today was not a great day for Muln. They're down 3.92% on the day today. Yes, they are up 1.63% after hours. We're headed into Friday with maybe a little bit of momentum. Maybe this after hours gains will carry over into tomorrow, but who knows? Tomorrow is Friday ahead of a long weekend. Obviously, with Memorial Day on Monday, where the markets are going to be closed, oftentimes people aren't necessarily super excited about holding volatile stocks over a long weekend, especially when the market's been as choppy as it has been recently. So we'll have to see how that goes. But obviously, Muln being under $1 kind of sucks too. But especially on a day like today, where the market was very green. The Dow Jones up 1.61%, S&P almost up 2%, NASDAQ up over 2.5%, and the Russell being up 2.17%. This is not great for a stock to be down. Obviously underperforming the major indices in general is bad. Being in the red when they're green is bad, but being pretty significantly red when all the major indices are pretty significantly green is even worse. But in this video today, we'll be going over all the latest from Muln, so you guys can stay up to date on everything that's going on. So definitely drop a like if you guys do enjoy this video. I would appreciate that so much. And subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Of course, as always, there's not going to be any financial advice in this video today. I'm not telling you guys to buy or sell anything, nothing like that. Just going over some posts, some articles, some stories, giving my thoughts and opinions. With that being said, let's get right into this. So, first up, one of the big stories of the day was a tweet from David Michery. Obviously, anytime the CEO of your company is tweeting out, especially when he tweets as infrequently as he does, people are going to get hyped up. People are going to get a little bit excited. And he tweeted out this: scaling from the cell level to pack level development is a major accomplishment, and what I'm proud to announce is progressing with LGG as our partner. Hashtag Muln Automotive, hashtag EVS. And this is cool. Obviously, this LGG partnership is something that we had already heard about previously, and this is also a kind of a tweet and partnership that has people on both sides. Certain people are really excited that they landed a partnership, that they seem to have more business partners, that this seems to be a way forward with them in terms of development and technology and just obviously production and stuff like that. And it's just a good sign just that they are getting business deals done and everything. But on the other side, there is people that are calling into question about what exactly is going on with LGG, and that is another really big story of the day, that this is multiple different people have posted stuff like this. They said, hey, has anyone dug into Linhang Guchuang Group? I don't know how to exactly pronounce that, but that's LGG. This guy says, hey, I can't find anything that isn't a Muln PR stating the partnership, and they're on Open Corporates, and they're saying, hey, we found 0 companies. I don't know that they spelled it. I am assuming they spelled it correctly, but hey, maybe it's possible they spelled it incorrectly. I'm not sure. And a lot of people are saying, hey, you're not going to find it on a lot of American search engines like Google or a lot of these American websites. Maybe you can find it on Baidu. Maybe you can find it on some Chinese search engines, some Chinese sites, stuff like that. But still, as a Western person, it's hard to find too much info about LGG. It's hard to find out exactly if this partnership is good. Is it real? Is it a scam? Is it bad? Is it something to be excited about? Is it meaningless? Like, who knows for sure? We know it's a partnership, and we know it's potentially a deal that's maybe going to be making Muln some money, but other than that, we don't have too many specifics. And I think anyone pretending that they know that this is like a great sign or a slam dunk or a home run is just kind of hoping and praying for the best. And I'm not saying it has to be bad news or it's necessarily a bad thing, but I'm just saying we need to get some more info. We need to know exactly what's going on. We need to know some more of the specifics, especially with a company like Muln that is already under so much scrutiny. A company like Muln that people are already asking some questions about its legitimacy, not only of, hey, are you actually going to accomplish your goals of growth and profitability and doing all these things? Are you going to be a Tesla, or are you going to be, one of the many Tesla competitors that end up being pretenders or frauds or whatever? But then also just, are you even legitimate? Are you even going to be able to do a lot of these things? So I thought this was kind of interesting. This is big news. This is cool. David Michery's tweeting about some stuff. That's always good to see. But then, yes, there are definitely, some people questioning things as well. And there was other posts on Reddit about this too. Apparently I didn't save those, but there was other people talking about this, and it's kind of interesting. I don't know if anyone has more info about LGG. I and many other people would definitely love to hear about that. We had this as well regarding the PR news everyone is waiting on. There's a bunch of different things. We have battery test results that we're waiting on. Can't wait to hear about those. And then we also have the Fortune 500 company partnership that was promised that people are still waiting on. People are wondering who that's going to be. What type of deal is it going to be? What's the magnitude of this thing going to be? How big of a deal is it actually going to be? It's getting hyped up. Like it matters a lot, but we can't wait to see how much it's actually going to matter. So this person said, hey, I listened in on Prodigy's live space last night. They finally spoke with a nice lady at Muln headquarters, and she said that the batteries news will be coming out in the next 2 to 3 weeks. So, sometime early to mid-June, apparently, allegedly. They asked her about Fortune 500 company, and she said they can't release a name until that company gives the go-ahead, which they still have not. They asked her, is the company as prominent company that is an everyday name in the business world? She said a lot of people will be surprised and probably will not immediately recognize the name when they announce it. She said they, employees of Muln, are aware of how popular Muln stock is and has become, and they know we're frustrated with delay in PR, news, and all. So that's kind of interesting, and it's also big news in a big way that, hey, this means it's not Amazon. This means it's not PepsiCo. This means it's not FedEx. This means it's not UPS. This whittles down, obviously the Fortune 500 companies. These are some of the biggest companies in the United States, some of the biggest companies in the world. It's going to be a lot of companies with a lot of name value, a lot of brand recognition. So when you start taking a look at that list, you can knock a lot of those names off because most people would have heard of them or most people are familiar with them. So the fact that it's going to be a surprise, maybe that's a good sign, maybe it's a bad sign, maybe it's meaningless, I don't know, but it definitely eliminates a lot of the big players and a lot of the big rumors and speculation and names that were being thrown around. So I think that is kind of interesting. But also, if we get the battery news in the next 2 to 3 weeks, that will be really, really cool as well. But I also think it's not so great of a sign that, hey, they're waiting on this company to give them the okay or the go-ahead or whatever. They still haven't done it, when this was something that Muln was promising, that we were going to get to hear about this eventually. So, hey, the more weeks pass, the more months pass. Kind of sucks that we're not getting to hear this stuff, but that's at least the latest there. There's also this, people talking about the fact that Muln has now, off-exchange trade has gone above 70% to an all-time high of 72.48%. I don't really know what this means. People are talking about, off-exchange trading, dark pool, all this stuff going on. It seems like people obviously think it's bad news for Muln or Muln stock or Muln shareholders, whatever. I don't really know too much about it. If you guys know what this means or you can explain it to me, I would love getting a quick and easy explanation about it all. But it's still kind of big news on the day that people were talking about, and I wanted to get out to you. It was on the Reddit and everything. We also have this. No results. No Fortune 500 info. I suspect they will not release their battery results until next month, which is true. They said, it's not coming out within the next 2 to 3 weeks. Too close to the holiday already. Most of these people check out by Thursday, so no news today means no results until June. Following the same logic, the Fortune 500 company will not get released either. And people are worried. People are concerned. Shareholders want there to be some good news. People who are down, when you look at Mullen stock, people who are down 83% year to date, people who are down 27% over the last month, they want some good news. They want some short-term, bounce on their investment, which I don't think really matters that much, because I think if you believe in Mullen, you believe that these big partnerships are coming, these big deals are coming, profitability's coming, all these sales and revenue and everything. If you believe that's all coming, the short-term announcements shouldn't really matter all that much. Now, yes, you'd rather have short-term announcements than not, but again, if you're looking 3-5 years from now, you're not going to remember if on May 26th, Mullen made an announcement that made the stock go up 5% or not. So that's kind of interesting there, but yes, there are definitely some investors, especially with a speculative and high-risk stock like this one, where people are trying to get in and make a quick buck, that are going to be, a little bit uneasy when no new information's coming out. And then finally, the last story I want to talk about today was this, the fact that David Michery, reportedly has sold 750,000 shares at $1.01. Bad news, bad timing, or more manipulation? People are asking this question. I don't think this is necessarily great news because, again, when you look at the grand scheme of things, over the past year, Mullen has been $10. They've been $7. They've been $13. They've been $2, $3. The fact that Michery is selling 750,000 shares, or whatever the number was, 750,000 shares at 101, that can't be a great sign, because this is very, very low. This is very near all-time lows. This is beaten down and beaten down and beaten down. Now, there is two arguments. Yet one, Michery could think, hey, this isn't going so good. I need to pull out some money. He could also be thinking, hey, I get paid a lot in stocks and I want to have some cash. I want to actually have some money. So there is two different things there. Just because he's selling, it could just be him actually taking some compensation, which is very, very fair, and it doesn't mean that it's the end of the world or anything like that. But also, again, I don't think it's a great sign that he's selling out that many shares at that low of a price. Because, again, if you think this thing's going back to 5, 10, 12, 13, 15, whatever, then that's a lot of shares to be dropping at just $1. But at the end of the day, you know, this guy needs money to support his lifestyle, his family, all that stuff as well. So who knows for sure. But again, this is something that people saw that they were not exactly super excited about. So not the best news coming out for Muln today, on top of the stock being down pretty big while the market's green. But that's pretty much every video today, guys. If you drop a like if you did enjoy it, I would appreciate that so much. Leave a comment down below. Let me know what you guys think about Muln. I'd love to hear your guys' thoughts and opinions. Subscribe to stay up to date on all my latest content. Hope to catch you guys in the next one. But until then, peace.